I have some great news. We all know I love a good series. We all know that I like collaborating with people. And so I thought it would be a great idea to go back and talk to the 14 people that I talked to preseason for my NFL series and then bring it in and make it an NFL playoff series. So what you're going to see this week release is every single team from the 14 teams that made the playoffs in the NFL are going to be represented. The fun thing about this is a lot of these people I have relationships with because I had conversations with them before the season started, and now our teams are in the playoffs, and so I get to talk to them. So I am super excited. This is the NFL playoffs. Like, who doesn't want to hear what the fans say? I feel like we talk so much about our teams, but we don't often get to like brag about them or tell like the other things that like most fans don't know about your team. So I thought this was going to be a great opportunity for us to talk a little bit more about our teams, to give a little bit of context to fans who might not be a fan of any of these teams or might not watch any of these teams regularly. Now it's the playoffs. And so what better way to have this time where you can sit and you can hear other people talk about their teams all week long. So I haven't decided how I'm going to release these videos yet. I want to do, I think, matchups and release them together, but I haven't decided. I just know that every single day this week, you are going to get at least 2 videos from me about each matchup or each team that you're going to see play this weekend. I will be honest and tell you, I'm a little disappointed that we're getting games on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday because it kind of messed up my mojo a little bit, but I think I have a plan that will work itself out, and so I'm super excited to release this series. Like I do in all of my series, I just want to thank every single person that is collaborating again with me, every single person that always like says yes and wants to have these conversations with me. And I hope that you enjoyed getting to tell us more about your team. This time I tried to keep us at a minimum and tried to keep us focused, so they're not going to be as long, but that's okay because I think it provides a lot of context from the teams and everybody is excited. And let's be honest, everybody thinks their team is going to win the Super Bowl. Well, everybody thinks their team is going to win the Super Bowl. As a Steelers fan, there's a couple things that I know to be true, but I won't say them here. I'll just think we're going to go to the Super Bowl and we're going to win. Because what fan doesn't want to think that their team is going to go to the Super Bowl and win, right? Like hello. So thank you for joining me on this journey. Again, thank you for all the people that like to engage and watch my series. I am going to do like I always do. I'm going to drop a little preview here in a second so you can see some of the people that I talked to. And after I play this little preview, I will be back and I will do my sign off. But I'm super excited for this. So let me play a little preview.
Just seeing the defense just be tested
Yeah.
times and answer the call. But I do think if we were in a shootout, I would wholeheartedly trust our defense to get the last stop. If we were in a defensive game, which we've have been this season, I will wholeheartedly believe in Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley getting that extra yard. Like even the first time we played Washington, it was a defensive battle, but when it got tough and later, Saquon Barkley broke loose. Jalen Hurts started taking off with his legs, reaching and getting those first downs. So even if we get into a situation where, it's defense and we need the offense, I'll trust both. The defense just has so much like energy and swagger that everybody on the team feeds off of. Like, celebration started from the defense, like bringing CJGJ back. He's like a real vocal leader, like, somebody that everybody feeds off of. So I just feel like the defense just brings so much energy.
I think you're not wrong. It's interesting. And you're right. Like listen, you're a good football team. And
I painted it literally almost to the T of how I said the games ago. I said I felt like as we got better, I didn't know we was going to get hit with the injury bug. Like like 2 major pieces on offense. I was like, oh my God. But kind of how I figure, I said we can go like 11-6 or 10-7 again. Like I didn't see what everybody, because people hit saying names, but I know my team.
That's what I always say.
Like I know my team and I know what I've seen from them. One thing that jumps off on paper is our defense. Like I am in love with our defense because it's complimentary for the first time in a long time. Because we can get to the quarterback, check the stats. Daniil Hunter, He has 12 of
Yep.
them things.
Yeah.
Will Anderson, defensive rookie of the year last year.
He looks like
He
a
got 11 of
grown
them
man
things.
right now. Yeah.
And like,
Really, Bobby Wagner for me was not a surprise, and the reason why was because we've had a guy here before, London Fletcher, who had come over from spending time with the Rams, and we kind of got him, I would say, if we're being realistic, kind of got him towards the end of his career. He was kind of winding things down, and that's not to say that's where Bobby Wagner is right now, but seeing someone who has been productive throughout their entire career, regardless of age, I kind of felt that once Bobby got his legs under him and got into the system, that he would still actually do really, really well in this defensive scheme. And he's done that. He's a Pro Bowl alternate now. So he's the first alternate. So if someone can't make it, he's going to be one of the first people to be added to that roster as well. So, I mean, he's had an all-pro season. So I'm really not surprised too much about Bobby Wagner. I will say the one thing that
the 3 times we were in the AFC Championships where we should have gone to the Super Bowl, we kind of feel like, hey, we had one side of the ball that was clearly dominant. This time, I feel like we have 2 sides of the ball that can be dominant on any given night, but they will also complement each other. So if one side is having a bad, the other side is picking up the slack. Whereas, remember the first time we won a Super Bowl, we went with 5 games without scoring a touchdown, and we won 3 out of the 5. It's just the defense was just did that
good, yeah.
Right, and even in 12 when we won, the defense I feel like still kind of carried us a little bit.
Yeah.
Until we got to the playoffs. So yeah, it's just one of those things where I feel like this time around we have it on both sides of the ball, and that's what makes.
I can't disagree with you.
For Packers fans, honestly, it's not something we've gone by. Having Aaron Rodgers at the helm for so many years, and we relied on him, and he carried us through so many postseasons and seasons. But it's kind of it's nice, and I knew when we picked him up, he had quite the rapport at Alabama, and his phenomenal season in 22 with the rushing.
Yep.
And so we knew what we were getting. I think some fans were a little skeptical on how he would fare in our system, or how he would fare going from such a heavy loaded run team when he was in Las Vegas. And it felt like Matt LaFleur was like, all right, we'll rush 20 to 30 times a game, and we'll be that team. We'll use him as that bell cow. So establishing the run early and often has been the strength of this team, and our offensive line has been great, honestly, in the run blocking and pass protection for Jordan Love. So
does the fan base
get him? But
you know what? Okay, you know what? Fine.
But yeah, it just feels amazing. I mean, that Detroit is finally getting its due. Yeah. The way the fans have always deserved.
Yeah, that's true.
We've sat through some really miserable, embarrassing. The Lions were the team that the league made an example of, whether it was the referees making a blunder and then they apologize a week later, like, oh, we should have done this, or like the Calvin Johnson rule, like calling a face mask on the Aaron Rodgers Hail Mary in Ford Field when he didn't even grab his face. He grabbed his jersey right here. Like, they've been making an example of the Lions for a long, long, long time. So I have a love-hate relationship with the NFL at large, because now everybody's talking about us, but the second something goes wrong, is it going to be saying, well, Lions again? Or is it, you know what I mean? It's like, no, like this is literally a different
I don't
team.
think so. Yeah. I think you guys have worked your way to respect.
Yeah.
I think everybody is.
I'm so fun. That's not what I was trying to say. I'm so excited for these to release. I'm so excited for you to see this. And I hope that you enjoy them as much as I do. And again, I know I said this before, but thank you to every single person that decided to do this for me. Thank you to every single one of you that were so gracious with your time and that are amazing people. And to be honest, that I've actually been in contact with you throughout the season, because it's been nice to see your team and to listen to your team and things like that. They will start
start dropping this week. I will have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, probably Saturday. Don't know how I'm going to release them yet. Stay tuned for that. Another series. We all know I love a good series. But anyways, I will see you in my next video. Oh, and if you made it to the end of this video, don't forget to drop me an emoji below. I'm trying to track and see who all is watching to the end of this. And as always, I will see you in my next video.